All right, guys, awesome. So you just watched the live demo and got a chance to see some of the action from the machine, live and in person. So just to reiterate, as you saw there, there's the strong Kangen water, there's a strong acidic water, there's a drinking water, there's a clean water, and all of these individually have a ton of different applications and benefits. And we just skimmed it in that live demo, like literally like not even 5% of what the machine is capable of. And I'm going to share with you a few other benefits for each of the different settings so you can start to see how incorporating this into your life as a health product for your family, for cooking, for cleaning, for drinking. Think about all the different ways that water actually impacts our day-to-day life. And you'll realize that most people take it for granted and they don't even think about it, how often we need it, how often we use it. So I'm going to go pretty quickly. If you want to be able to read every single word on the slides, by all means, pause the video, take your time. But I want to kind of go as quick as I can so we can get into the money. We can get into the way that you can actually get these products into people's lives. We can get into how your life can change. And that's why you're here. So we're going to get into that real quick here. So the strong Kangen water is what you saw me with cleaning the tomatoes and removing the herbicides, insecticides, and the oil-based things. It also helps with, preparing your meats, tenderizing your meats, good night's sleep, hangovers for anybody who likes to party, have some drinks once in a while. It's amazing for drinking right before you go to bed and first thing in the morning to reduce and prevent hangovers. It's a makeup remover and it's a degreaser. And remember, this actually is something that will keep getting produced in unlimited quantities for your machine. Unlike products you buy in the store, keep costing more and more and more. This machine just keeps producing it for you. So it's pretty amazing long-term what's possible. A lot of people don't realize this, but people are dying from pesticide poisoning. And a lot of these companies don't really care. They're spraying our fruits and veggies with oil-based stuff. As you saw in the video, oil and water do not mix. However, the 11.5 pH water is able to emulsify the oil, strip your fruits and veggies, all that crap that's on there. And one important thing I learned many years back that I always thought was fascinating, I'll quickly share with you guys, is people who spend money on organic fruits and vegetables, right? And if you look at the label, a little tiny sticker on like an apple or a tomato or something, it always says organically grown, and then it says the country where it was grown, right? Organically grown. But it's not organically transported. So they leave that out because they're not lying, it's true, but it's grown organically, but then from the farm, it might be like in Mexico, for example, they have to transport it to Canada where I live. That's going to take a little bit of time. They don't want the produce to go bad. So they still spray it. They still spray the damn shit, and it's organic, right? The good news is that at least it wasn't grown organic on the inside. It's just on the outside, and the water can remove that. But I didn't know that. I was like, man, that is so not cool. So if it says organically grown, you still need this. So let's move along here, guys. One of the things that is always really exciting is when you pour yourself a glass of the water, it will show you that it looks almost cloudy, but that's good. That means the active hydrogen bubbles are there, and that's where the antioxidants come from. So that's why you can't sell this water in bottles. You need to drink it fresh as often as possible and get those bubbles into you. It's like where the health benefits really come from. So you got to drink it every day. 9.5 pH for life. It's a lifestyle. Once you're on it, you become a bit of a water snob. I take my water with me to restaurants. I take my water with me to coffee shops. Take it with me in my car when I leave the house. It's always with me because I can't even fathom, drinking like tap water at a restaurant or something like that because it's freaking nasty. I would rather drink tequila than drink the water. Tequila, cinnamon, orange. I would rather do that. I'd be like, whatever, it's better for me and it's fun. So it helps with weight loss, soups, stir fries, cooking, coffees and teas. It's just amazing. It helps with your vision, dry eyes. Like there's just so many applications that you're going to learn about once you invest in this technology that we can keep teaching you. And we have Facebook groups dedicated to all the in-depth knowledge about that. So it's going to be awesome. There's also an expert here who he's one of the top 10 surgeons in the world. He co-invented the colonoscopy. He has overseen and performed over 370,000 colonoscopies, and part of his protocol for cancer patients is to drink 3 liters minimum of Kangen water every single day. Now, the next couple slides are a little bit graphic. It's going to literally show some buttholes on the inside, but we all have one, and we all need to make sure that we take care of it and it's clean, right? Otherwise, we're going to get sick, and that's not good. So, you know, a little graphic, like I said. But the person on the left here is 45 years old. It's a female with breast cancer and has chronic constipation. And this is their before Polaroid from Mr. Shinya. And 3 months after treatment and drinking Kangen water daily, look at that, almost squeaky clean. And that's, you know, amazing for this woman. She's gonna most likely live much longer now. Colon of a 65-year-old female, cigarette smoker with breast cancer, before on the left, not good. After, you know, once again, looks a lot better. Here from the experts, the doctor who cures cancer, alkaline water has become the most important advancement in healthcare since penicillin. That's massive. And this doctor also didn't know that alkalized water was way better. So it's just another level of what's really going on here. And in the last 15 or so years, the studies and advancements around molecular hydrogen and ionized water is really taking off as well. So we're ahead of the curve of what most people actually know in the world about this. And that's why when you get one of these machines, you're one of the blessed, fortunate few that have it now instead of later when way more people are going to eventually have it. The clean water is pretty self-explanatory. This is just if you really need it for baby formulas and medications for the most part. Beauty water, amazing. It's a face wash and toner, hair care and conditioner. It's great for pet care. My friends and family that come over to our house, I have a little Pomsky, Bentley. He's the best. You touch this, you touch his mane. He's a little baby lion. You touch his mane and he's like a hair model or something. Like his hair is perfect. It's hilarious. He's super fluffy, and it's all because he drinks 9.5, and we spray him and brush him with this water, and people can't believe it. It literally feels every day like he was freshly groomed. It's awesome. And he smells good too. So we use the beauty water, tons and tons of benefits. I don't know how much you can see, but I tend to think, I look pretty good. I like the beauty water a lot. The acid water 2.5, 3.0, this one's really fun because we have some cleaners that come to our home and clean our home once a week, and they bring all these chemicals and shit into our house, right? And we told them, like, you have to use our water from our machine to clean our home. We don't want the residue and all this disgusting stuff. We don't want our dog's paws and him licking the floor and all this type of stuff. So our home is eco-friendly, and it's entirely cleaned. Windows, toilets, tiles, stove, everything you can think of is cleaned just using the different applications of the water on the machine. So it's a disinfectant, it's hygienic, it is great for commercial operation purposes where hygiene and cleanliness and sterilization is very important. They can use this water and use it to clean up. Pink eye, I don't know if you've ever had that. It's not fun. But you can use this for your pink eye, if it ever happens. Sore throat. This one is really wild, okay? So, when you get that little itch in the back of your throat and you feel like you're getting sick, if you gargle this 2.5 water, it goes away. It literally kills the bacteria that's causing that. It's really, really wild. Burns, sometimes my wife and I accidentally burn ourselves on the stove or something. We touch a hot pan or whatever, it happens, right? There is water you literally put your finger in and it doesn't blister and the pain goes away. Bee stings, the list is endless. I'm learning new things to this day, 12 years later. Once in a while, I'll be like, oh, you can use it for that too. We have a Facebook group. People are posting in oh, I used it for this thing. And it's a mosquito freaking repellent thing. And I'm like, what? This is awesome. We have so many applications for this, from mouthwash, you're cleaning your toothbrushes, athlete's foot, strep throat, first aid, food poisoning. it's really a miracle. It's so incredible. And this is just one of the settings on the machine. And it's been independently lab tested to kill over 100 organisms faster than bleach, 30 seconds or less. Like what? Amazing. So obviously, which one would you rather use, right? This clever marketing thing that's super bad for you has side effects, or literally water that doesn't have side effects. And that's another really big thing that people ask me to this day, is if it can do so much and it's so powerful, like powerful as bleach, what if I drink it by accident? Or what if my kids are playing on the floor and, you know, they put their hands on it? It's just water, even though it's so powerful, it doesn't have any side effects. Excuse me. Look at this. This is just incredible. People with eczema before, 2 weeks after, and you'll notice that a lot of people say 2 weeks. It's not always 2 weeks. Sometimes it's longer, but part of the reason why that it's 2-3 weeks in that area is because if our bodies are 70% water, and you do the math on how much you weigh and how much 70% of that is, then you'll be able to see how many days it takes you to completely replenish the water in your body, just like an oil change, but like a water change, and have a whole new water in your system. So when you change out the 70% of your water with this water, how long will that take? Well, that depends on how much you drink every single day. But right around that time, when you do this flush out and replacing the water, a lot of these healing things start to happen. It's really powerful. And when I first got the machine, or my mom got the machine 12 years ago, I was handing out the water at my house when my mom was at work. And I was handing out jugs to people that I didn't even know, some of my mom's friends, coworkers, things like that. And I was giving them water. And in cases where they had skin issues or anything kind of like visible on the external part of their bodies, I was also giving them 2.5 water, beauty water, different things. And they were coming back like 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks, 8 weeks later, showing me. Just imagine, at the time, the water had helped me personally, but I was still skeptical that it would help other people. I was like, it worked for me, it probably won't help anybody else. And that's a natural thing that happens to a lot of people, is like your belief grows in stages. And someone literally would like roll up their sleeve and show me their eczema on their arm, because I'd asked them if they're dealing with any health issues. They'd be like, yeah, look. I'd be like, okay, well, I can't make any promises, but here's some water, spray this on. I teach them how to use the different waters. And a month later, they're like, look, and it was gone. And I was like, wow. And they're like, I swear, this is all I've been doing is drinking the water that I pick up from your house and spraying this water like you told me to do. I didn't change anything else. And I was like, all right. And then eventually it was dozens of people, and then hundreds of people. And now it's like even more than that. And one of my best friends was very insecure about it, because he had it on his scalp under his hair. And then he got a machine for me. He shaved his head to take photos just to show how bad it was. It was all over his head, on his scalp. And within 4 days, he took a before and after photo, and it was gone. And the only other thing he did was he showered in the Nespa, which is one of the other products that Enagic offers. And I was like, dude, are you serious? Like, that's life-changing. Right? Change your water, change your life. You're starting to see the pattern, right? Pretty cool stuff. Look at this little boy. That's tragic. That's so sad. You know, imagine how, and psoriasis is painful. Like, that's not even just how bad it looks. It hurts bad. So psoriasis before, after using 2.5, look at the smile. He's happy, you know, man, that's just amazing what we're able to do and help people with. So it has all the certifications that you'd ever need to really feel that you can trust Enagic. They've done all the work. They're 45 years old. These certifications are not easy to apply for and to actually get approved on, but we have them. So you can rest assured that you don't have to worry about any of this stuff. They're the gold standard and the leader in the industry. I'm not going to get into all this, but ISO is the world's leading management system standard, globally adopted in virtually all industries. So we have certain environmental and some other ISO certifications that are really, really important when you're dealing with water and you're dealing with public health and safety and so on. We have the WQA Gold Seal. The main thing with this that really matters is that if you put this product, the machine itself, into a business, and there's clientele and the public can walk in off the street and sit in your restaurant or your spa or your gym, and you're going to serve the water to the patrons of that business, and it doesn't have a gold seal, and one of those health inspector people come in, this is how it is in Canada and US, I don't know about the rest of the world, they can get fined for serving something that isn't approved on their list of products that they can serve. Enagic is the only machine in the water space that has this. So if there's another knockoff machine trying to imitate it, they get caught, boom, they can get fined and potentially shut down for violating that code. So I thought that was really, really interesting. You can see here a lot of other really amazing trusted certifications. And this is all just so you know that you're really standing behind a product personally that is legit. It does what it's supposed to do. And you can also share it with other people with pride, knowing that it's the best in the industry. This is another big thing that we get asked about all the time. I told you guys earlier in my story how my mom initially, when she started doing research around water products, water filters, and ionizers popped up on the search results and so on. The SEO rankings, search engine optimization rankings, Enagic was way down somewhere, who knows where, but the top few were the competition. And we don't even like to even say that because there really isn't one, but they were trying to steal customers that were looking into the space. And Enagic has a patent on the technology itself. So they had to go around the patent and try to create these little mesh plates, no housing to protect it, flimsy, easily corrodes, and it's attached to an electrode. So what happens with this is over time, it starts to break down and actually can cause you to get sick. I have a naturopath who comes to my house and we do a lot of high-level health things once a week. He actually bought the competition machine because it was less money, tried to save money and not buy the machine, started getting like a sickness and tasting something in the water. I gotta have a sip of 9.5. Started feeling like it wasn't tasting very good. His machine was deteriorating after like 6 months. And then he ended up coming back and buying the one he should have bought in the beginning. So this is really important. We have a solid plate constructed in well-crafted housing, built-in electrode, platinum plate, dipped in medical grade platinum, dipped in medical grade titanium and platinum. And there's 8 of these plates in the K8, which is why it's called the K8. So it's just the best one by far. Once again, here's a comparison. We've already covered all this stuff, but if you guys pause this and read it, you'll really see that in every category, Enagic wins hands down. They're like the Tom Brady and the Patriots of the water industry, in case you're a football fan. The difference is clear. Check this out. I have a good friend of mine named Dr. Michael. I'm sure you're going to hear from him at some point. And he bought like 11 of these machines from the competition, and he took them all apart and he analyzed them all. And he found some really, really crazy stuff. And a lot of these photos on the internet actually came from his research. I don't know about these specific photos, but they cannot be cleaned or serviced. So the mesh screens break down and it actually starts to make you sick and has a completely opposite effect of why you bought it in the first place. So don't cheap out on your health, basically, is what we're saying. Large plates, serviceable. Enagic actually protects the investment that you make into their products, because when you send it in for annual servicing, they'll remove and take apart your machine, and they have a special process that they clean and scrub the plates with. And then your machine is basically like brand new. And that's why they last 20, 25 plus years. And the reason we know that they last that long is because I personally had an opportunity to go to Japan to Mr. Oshiro's childhood home where his family still lives in Okinawa. And they've had a machine there for 28 years in that house that is still working and producing the same high quality level water as the beginning. And that machine isn't even the K8. It's one of their older models. So the K8 is even built better and to last even longer. So it's amazing. So the world-class products, this is the K8. This is our most popular, highest selling, best-selling product. It is the most powerful and it creates the most antioxidants. So you get more benefit with not having to drink as much. So for people that have trouble drinking the 3, 4, 5 liters they're supposed to be drinking, the K8 will actually help you because you'll still consume more of the molecular hydrogen than some of the other machines. So that's important. The 501 was the previous bestseller, and there's a platinum one for kind of like an aesthetic look, stainless steel look. And then there's the other SD501, the original one that is a little bit outdated looking, right? But still does the job. So whichever one of these kind of tickle your fancy for your kitchen, I mean, you can get whichever one. I recommend the K8. It's the one we have. It's by far the best. And there's other 2 popular products that are unique. They are definitely like, they are all important because they address a different part of our health. So we call the 3 products, the machine, the shower, and the Ukon, the trifecta, because they all work in harmony together. So the Nespa shower, it goes in your bathroom, attaches to your shower, and it produces the same sort of effect as those mineral hot baths that are found in like nature. So there's magnets inside this cylinder there and a filter, and it basically makes the water the perfect pH for your skin and your hair. And it feels like angels are like peeing on you in the shower or something weird. It feels amazing. You just have to try it the first time and you'll know what I mean. It's unbelievable. And then the Ukon is the most powerful antioxidant as a supplement that you can get. There's been 6,000 studies that have been done on turmeric and curcumin, and Enagic actually makes this product with Kangen water and the different settings on the machine to produce this incredible supplement as well. And it comes in capsules, tea, and soap. And that's the only supplement that Enagic sells. And oh man, I got a little bit ahead of myself, but here's some more slides on this. You guys can pause it and read it. And it's just amazing what the difference. If I travel and I don't take my Nespa, usually take the machine with me, or if I know someone is going to be there where I'm visiting with the water, I don't take my machine, but I never take my Nespa. Kind of seems a little over the board, you know? But when I shower in tap water that isn't an Nespa water, my skin instantly gets dry. I get itchy. I have to use like moisturizing creams, which I don't like to do. It's not my thing. I come home, shower with the Nespa, and it's like my skin's back to normal and perfect. It's unbelievable how much of a difference it makes. This is the turmeric. I mentioned this already, 6,000 years of turmeric healing power. The FDA tried to turn this into prescription and try to make, you know, money from it and stuff. And there was a big debate and like a protest around it. And they're like, yo, this is found in nature. Like you can't take something found in nature and turn it into something. And they lost that battle. So this is one of the things that we can still have access to. And Enagic has a very specific way of making this and adding some other minerals and vitamins into it that just make it incredible. And the testimonials around this product, the Ukon alone is really wild. Look at this. It has olive oil, perilla, vitamin C, B2, B1, B12, vitamin E. Like this product has incredible testimonials for anybody dealing with inflammation.